an exploration of the Vulcan revival in the 23rd century in Star Trek. Strange New Worlds. Welcome to Star Trek. Explore the Galaxy, where we delve into the fascinating world of the Star Trek universe. I'm your host, Name, and I'm excited to be discussing one of the most intriguing and complex aspects of the Star Trek universe, the Vulcan revival of the 23rd century. Specifically, we'll be exploring the phenomena that occurred in the early 23rd century, where Vulcan society experienced a seismic shift in its values, philosophy, and cultural identity. This period, marked by the devastating supernova that destroyed Shurik's knowledge repository, threw the Vulcan people into a state of crisis and introspection. Leading up to this crisis, Shurik's teachings, which emphasized the importance of logic and emotional control, had guided Vulcan society for centuries. However, as the Vulcan, a group of Vulcans seeking a more spiritual connection to the universe, began to question the rigid adherence to Shurik's principles, the foundations of Vulcan culture started to erode. The revelation that Shurik's teachings, which had been passed down for so long, were not absolute truth, but rather a product of its own evolution, sparked a wave of self-doubt and introspection among Vulcans. With our guest expert, Dr. Sarah Kelly, a renowned Vulcan scholar, we'll examine the intricacies of this crisis and the subsequent revival, which saw Vulcans reevaluate their relationship with their emotions, spirituality, and the universe. In this episode, we'll explore the significance of the Vulcan revival in the context of the original IDIC infinite diversity in infinite combinations philosophy and its implications for Vulcan society. We'll also discuss the role of the Tivlex incident, which served as a catalyst for the revival, and how it impacted the development of Vulcan thought leaders like Spa and her followers. Throughout our conversation, we'll dig into the human or Vulcan side of this complex and multifaceted phenomenon, and what insights it offers into the human condition. Grab your Pon-Farr candles and join us on this fascinating journey through the world of Vulcan history and philosophy. The Vulcan revival in Star Trek: Strange New Worlds marks a significant turning point in the lives of Vulcans, who have long been known for their emphasis on logic and emotional control. As a species that was forged in fire and discipline, Vulcan culture has traditionally prioritized the suppression of emotions in favor of rational decision-making. For centuries, Vulcans have prided themselves on their ability to navigate the universe without the burden of passion, often viewing emotions as a debilitating weakness. However, the events of the season unfold as a catalyst for profound introspection among the Vulcans. The traumatic loss of a significant number of Vulcan citizens and the legacy of their deeply rooted trauma serves as a wake-up call to re-examine their long-standing values and practices. For the first time in their history, the Vulcans are faced with the prospect of confronting the emotional scars they've collectively and individually carried. This confrontation sparks a civil war, bringing into question the venerable philosophy of IDIC infinite diversity in infinite combinations. This concept, central to Vulcan thought and practice, emphasizes the harmony that arises from contradictions and perspectives. Shaking its foundations challenges the established order and brings to the forefront an existential crisis that affects them to their core. The revival gains pace as a movement among younger Vulcans, who start questioning the dogma of their elders. Instead of adhering rigidly to logic, they begin experimenting with emotions in the hope that embracing them will ultimately heighten their wisdom and improve their understanding of the universe. This radical shift challenges the conventional wisdom of Vulcan philosophy, testing the mettle of long-held traditions and perhaps laying the groundwork for a new era of Vulcan growth and self-discovery.